In preparing for battle, I have always found that plans are useless, but planning is indispensable. Leadership is the art of getting someone else to do something you want done because he wants to do it. A people that values its privileges above its principles soon loses both. The supreme quality for leadership is unquestionably integrity. Without it, no real success is possible, no matter whether it is on a section gang, a football field, in an army, or in an office. History does not long entrust the care of freedom to the weak or the timid. Farming looks mighty easy when your plow is a pencil and you're 1,000 miles from the cornfield. I hate war as only a soldier who has lived it can, only as one who has seen its brutality, its futility, its stupidity. Every gun that is made, every warship launched, every rocket fired signifies, in the final sense, a theft from those who hunger and are not fed, those who are cold and are not clothed. Only our individual faith in freedom can keep us free. Pessimism never won any battle. There is nothing wrong with America that faith, love of freedom, intelligence, and energy of her citizens cannot cure. A soldier's pack is not so heavy a burden as a prisoner's chains. Plans are nothing. Planning is everything. We will bankrupt ourselves in the vain search for absolute security. The problem in defense is how far you can go without destroying from within what you are trying to defend from without. Motivation is the art of getting people to do what you want them to do because they want to do it. If a problem cannot be solved, enlarge it. This world of ours that must avoid becoming a community of dreadful fear and hate, and be instead a proud confederation of mutual trust and respect. Freedom has its life in the hearts, the actions, the spirit of men, and so it must be daily, earned and refreshed, else like a flower cut from its life-giving roots, it will wither and die. When you put on a uniform, there are certain inhibitions that you accept. The search for a scapegoat is the easiest of all hunting expeditions. Peace and justice are two sides of the same coin. An intellectual is a man who takes more words than necessary to tell more than he knows. Only strength can cooperate, weakness can only beg. Character is the ability to carry out a good resolution long after the excitement of the moment has passed. Neither a wise man nor a brave man lies down on the tracks of history to wait for the train of the future, to run over him. The older I get, the more wisdom I find in the ancient rule of taking first things first, a process which often reduces the most complex human problem to a manageable proportion. Politics ought to be the part-time profession of every citizen who would protect the rights and privileges of free people and who would preserve what is good and fruitful in our national heritage. There is no victory at bargain basement prices. What counts is not necessarily the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. To be true to one's own freedom is, in essence, to honor and respect the freedom of all others. No man can always be right. So the struggle is to do one's best, to keep the brain and conscience clear, never to be swayed by unworthy motives or inconsequential reasons, but to strive to unearth the basic factors involved and then do one's duty. You don't lead by hitting people over the head. That's assault, not leadership. May we never confuse honest dissent with disloyal subversion. Though force can protect in emergency, only justice, fairness, consideration, and cooperation can finally lead men to the dawn of eternal peace. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. We seek peace, knowing that peace is the climate of freedom. Accomplishment will prove to be a journey, not a destination. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.